Okay, you guys, let me go put a note over on Facebook. It's not letting me get in there. So let me put a note real quick and put my YouTube address over there. I'm so sorry. Hang on one second. Well, okay. So I have made a post over in my Facebook group so that they will know where I am. I don't know why that has happened today. Okay, well, what we're going to do today is we're going to make a little playing card folio. So I just thought this would be kind of fun, and I've got plenty of playing cards. Look at this bag of playing cards that I have gotten. I got all of them at an estate sale. Look, it says I got them for $1. I've been using a bunch of them out of here, and so it's a great thing. I probably didn't even pay $1 for them. I probably got them on a day when stuff was at least 25% off or something. So there's always fun things like that you can pick up at an estate sale, and and use, especially if you're doing junk journaling or things like that, right? Okay, so we're going to get started, and I'm just going to pick out an even number of them. Okay, I haven't done this. Disclaimer, I haven't done this before, but in my thinking, I believe we need an even number, okay? Now, the glue that I'm going to use is that reptile glue that I use all the time. I know that it works on plastic, so I'm not worried about what I'm going to do sticking. If you are afraid it might not, whatever glue you're using might not stick, because they kind of have this plastic coating. You can take like an emery board or something and just kind of, scruff this off. You can use some gesso, and they actually make gesso not only in white but also black and clear. So if you want to try a little bit of that, you could do that too. I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm thinking that all of these can just be laid out here. Now, and also, we are just going to start this. Hi, Carol. Yeah, I don't know what happened over on, I restarted again. I mean, I was live in YouTube, and I don't know what happened over on Facebook. It didn't go through, and it's telling me there's a problem and try later, so I'm not sure what its problem is. But at least I'm here, right? So what we're going to do is just lay these out, and I'm just going to connect them with some washi tape. So I've got washi tape, and we're just going to connect each of them together. And I started to say we're not going to finish this project. This is just going to be the base. This will be the base of our little folio. Maybe I'm not looking at this in the right spot. Oh, you guys. Oh, nope. I wasn't. It had a little bump there, and I thought it was the end, but it was not. So, like I said, I think that using an even number is going to work for us. My mat is really dirty. Last time I did anything on it, I painted. And you guys, these are the best things because they really are easy to clean off. I didn't realize it was this dirty, but look, these little Teflon coated mats, you can just scrape that stuff off, and they're so easy to clean up. You would think as easy as they are, I would already have done it, right? So I'm just going to put, and I don't even think we have to make sure that it goes from end to end. I mean, we'll clip them off if we need to. And I'm just going to put it down here and try and keep it straight. You know what? I don't even, until I get my glue stuff out, I'm going to move my mat, because then I can use my grid lines to help me line my cards up. That'll be more helpful than this. So I'm just going to put this right here, line it up. If I use one of my grid lines across the top and down the side, I should be able to get it fairly straight. And I don't, these are so thin, I don't think we need to worry a lot about it going one way or the other. I think that's going to fold just like that. Okay. Oh, I was going to put glue down under that. Okay, I'll do it for the next one. You make a plan and then you forget the plan, right? And I just want to make sure that it stays nice. And then, no matter what we do on this, whether you can see through this or not, it'll be kind of fun. I don't mind seeing the layers underneath. I think it's kind of cool to see what you've added, right? How about you guys? Hi, Karen. How are you doing? And so I think all of these can just go right side up, because when we open it, it would be this way anyway. I might leave just a, oh my goodness. I might just leave a tiny fraction of amount in between them. Just for a little added extra. I'm going to line these up. You know, and you don't have to be perfect. Yeah, I think that might work better. Okay, and then we'll do the next one. And then I'm going to come back in a minute and clip these off. So like I said, I'm just going to use 6 to start with, and we'll see how that goes. But I think with what we're doing, I think we want an even number. What do you guys think? You think probably an even number to go back and forth and make it look like kind of a little book? Oh, that made that slippery. Oh, we got this one upside down. I don't really care. Because it's probably going to be covered up anyway, right, you guys? We'll probably do something with it. You know, maybe I'll use this blue line here. My kids, when we're driving somewhere and we're using the GPS, they're going, just follow the blue line, just follow the blue line. Yesterday we were going to the airport. We were making an airport run, and oh my gosh, the traffic was terrible. There seemed to be some horrid things that had happened and on the other side of the highway, and I couldn't figure out why it had sent us the direction that it had. I was going for my granddaughters, and that's not usually where I am originating from, to go to one of the airports. And so I thought, well, you know, we'll just go this way. It's what it says. And then I was so irritated because I thought, this is not the way I would have gone. This has sent me out a direction that, you know, was how I would have started if I was coming from my house, not hers. And then, look, I got that. Well, no, they are kind of upside down anyway. This one has the word upside down, but, you know, these have one side up and one side down, so those don't even matter. But, oh my goodness, the traffic on the other side was horrific. And there seemed to be, we went past one place where on the other side of the highway, they were just backed up like you wouldn't believe. And there were, I don't know how many fire trucks. And so then, you know, then we're on this other highway, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, that's the way I would normally be going home. So I thought, well, I better pay attention. So when I drop her off at the airport, I look, and sure enough, it's wanting to send me home the regular way that I would go. You know, a lot of times your apps will take you some direction so you miss all the traffic. Well, that one was not. And so I real quickly, I'm like thinking, I don't really know that area that well. I don't know for sure how to go another way. So I just had it take me back down by her house. And I thought, you know, maybe if I go down there by the other highway, I'll miss some of that, which I did. Oh my goodness, it was just, so it took me a long time by the time I got home. I think that airport run ended up being about 3 hours. I'm like, this has been a long event. But it's okay, she got it, we made it there in time, because she'd had to work for the day. So we couldn't leave until work anyway, but oh my goodness, she was flying Southwest, and it seems like a lot of those, anywhere we're going, they just are at awful times of the day, like to get across between Fort Worth and Dallas, and you're like in the traffic. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know why this always happens. Anyway, we did it. Live to tell a story, right? I know, Terry, right? Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh, Karen. Well, you'll have to keep us updated on that. We'll sure keep him in our thoughts and prayers. I hope it's not too serious. But that's never a good thing, but at least they caught it, right? Okay, and then one more down here. And then we should be good. I'll flip it back around. I love making little hinges out of washi tape. Seems to work well. Now it's kind of lifting up right now, but as soon as that glue is dry, it'll be on there. And you know what, you guys? Washi tape really sticks pretty well by itself. I've used it on things that someone had suggested to use it on, and I thought, I don't know that this is the best idea, but you know what? It stayed stuck plenty long. And that's the goal, right? We just need it to stay stuck long enough for whatever we're doing. And these kind of things, I mean, I'm happy if it stays together a while. I gotta pull it back over here, scoot it a little bit. It's kind of stuck down here at the bottom. I got glue on my other mat. That's the reason we like to use those non-stick mats. I tell you, I sure wish I could use my glass mat for this kind of stuff, but here in my room I have an overhead light. My extra lights, I can kind of focus them to where they don't shine so much right on my project and reflect, but oh my goodness, they just shine in those glass mats something terrible and make terrible reflections. Okay, now we're going to do it on the back side too, so we'll go ahead and put our little tape on the back side and just stick it down there, and then we'll go through in 1 minute and clip them off. So this will be the basis of our little folio, and you could use it for whatever. You could use it and kind of make a teeny tiny junk journal. Oh, that's good, Karen. They think he'll only be there for tonight. Oh, good. That's super good. Okay. All right. This is just some of this stuff that just takes a little while. Oh, yeah, I tell you. Yeah, I think you'll really like it, Terry. Hi, Linda. Yes, I'm glad you found us. Yeah, we couldn't get on. I don't know what the problem was over on the FB. I don't usually have problems like that, so I don't know what's going on over there. Sometimes, I'll hear enough chatter about what's going on, and sometimes a lot of people might have problems and I know about it. I don't know today. I've kind of been minding my own business. I had to get a bunch of stuff ready today. I don't know if you guys saw or not, but there is a big thing in September. It's called Gift Fest, and I was invited to participate in that. So I have a segment in that, and so today was the day that we start rolling out the information about it, and you can get a free ticket to that. And I've got a link there on my Facebook page, and you can get that real quick through there. And there's like 52 or 53 presenters all together. Oh my goodness. Now, a lot of the things, and this is the first time, it is a lady who uses a lot of things for electronic cutters, like Silhouette and Cricut, and usually her events have featured nothing but that. And this time she decided to do this about gifts and gift giving, and include some people who don't do that. So I don't do that, and so I got invited to participate in that, and so that's kind of fun. And I think there's so many people that so yes, some of the things will be Cricut, but you know what, this is what I always tell people. If you see something that somebody has made and they have used one of those machines, all they're doing is making it with paper or, something like that. And if it's just paper, we know how to make our paper behave and do what we want, right? So whether you have one of the electronic machines and want to use that, or just, just want to do it by hand, it's a perfect thing. So lots of ideas for gift giving coming up. So that'll be fun. And like I said, you can get a free ticket for that workshop. And it runs all week. It's in, I think, the week of September 23rd. I think that's my day. I'm on the first day. So that'll be super fun. I'm excited. I already had to do all the work, you guys. All the stuff is recorded. And so you'll get to see all the things. So the videos are going to be very succinct. It's not all my normal, jibber jabber. Hi, Gina. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you found me. Well, Terry, there you go. This is the thing. I think that with so many people, you're going to find people who can help you have some ideas. There's going to be patterns. They're going to have SVG files, for cutting. They're going to have all kinds of stuff. And for any of you who, have those and they're either sitting in a box or sitting there collecting dust, this is going to give you some great ideas as to what to do with it. So, take advantage of that, you guys. Okay, so now here we go. So now this is how it's going to go. We're just going to fold it up like this. Woohoo! I was right. An even number makes it just perfect. So now basically we've made a little accordion thing out of these playing cards. Look how fun that is. Now, to give it a closure, I am going to just put this tiny bit of ribbon on. You could use seam binding, you could use, ribbon, you could use a little bit of lace, whatever you want to do. Now I'm going to run this clear across the back. I think is what I am going to do. And I'm just going to run a little bit of this glue kind of down the center and put that on and trim it off. And then that's all we're going to do for today. We're going to be done with it today. And I tell you, by the time I squeeze this out sometimes. Well, I tell you what, and if you use these little tiny applicator bottles, make sure you keep the lid on them, because they can just, stop up so quick, because it's just such a tiny amount of glue in there, you guys. Okay, and it dries pretty quick. So I probably should have made sure I had it in the middle. I don't know if that's going to be long enough. I never know how long it's going to take me for a little bow. I think that's probably enough. That looks like it's about, I think I'll bump this over so it's like 8 inches. So I got 8 inches on the end. Okay, and I can feel that's already sticking down there. So just tap it down. And then we will continue and work on this another day. So let's go ahead and cut about 8 inches off of here. Let me get it somewhere I can measure. So if I start here at 10, I can go to 18, or around there. Around about 18, right? There we go. Okay, so let's wait just a second. Do you guys have any old playing cards that you could use for something like this? I don't even know now why I got this out. I got out my mat so I could get messy, and I got out some matte medium gel. I don't know what I was thinking I was going to do at this point, because I'm going to call that enough for this project, and then we can put some other things on it another day. And you know what, you guys, I kept seeing people talk about using some tea bag papers that they had dried. Let me show you. I always buy at our house for our iced tea. For the people that drink a lot of iced tea, I make it in a family size, and so I use a couple of these in a big, so they're big like this. And so after I used the last couple, I just took them out and, squeezed them out and let them dry. And the way I got them to dry was, as they started to dry out, I kind of did like this and put them in a circle and just had them on like a paper towel or something so that they could have more air circulating. And then they're just stapled right here. So I pulled it off the staple, and look at this, you guys. They're just like kind of folded and crimped together right here. So you've got all of this lovely tea-dyed paper that is real sheer, and we can, use that for some of our, mixed media collage work. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That's so pretty. And it's a heavier paper than what tissue paper is. Because it kind of has to have a job. Tissue paper is just very thin and not too sturdy once it gets damp. So this one is a little bit different. So if you've got any tea bags, now, and you could use this with a regular individual serving size of a tea bag. Look, I've even kept the end of it. This wasn't too bad. This Louisiana, that's not usually what I buy. One of our stores here is kind of a employee-owned type of a store, and they don't have as many. They're probably the best prices in town, although they don't have the largest selection of stuff. And so for a decaf, that was all they had when somebody had gone there that day. So that's kind of cool. I've got, a little green end and a string on here to use for something. I don't usually keep a lot of things like this and dry them out and do all that, but I kept seeing people talk about using a tea bag paper, and I'm like, well, what is that like anyway? So now I found out. So there, I checked it out for us all, you guys. Okay, Gina says she has a ton of those cards that she's picked up at estate sales. Do you have any that have really pretty backs? I know that they make them that have really cool backs, and I wish that I could, find some like that. I know my friend Jimmy Lou over at the Messy Craft Corner, she's always finding some that have really cool pictures on the back, and I have not found any like that. I haven't found any like from hotels. Sometimes you have them like from hotels, especially out in Vegas. People will get them and they'll have a cool design from that. This is all I have are these. I have blue ones and red ones. And it seems like every time I find more of them, that's what they look like. But there you have it. Okay, I think that is strong enough now. We can fold it up and check it out. You just got to remember which way to start, right? Oh, I think that's going to be plenty long. So that was 8 inches. If you've got a... that's going to just boing open on the back. Hang on, you guys. Oh, let's see. Might have to go around this way. Oh, you might want to do yours a little bit more. Maybe like 10 inches on the edges. Now I can still do it. It's still tiny. I might have to put another length on there. That's a tiny bow. That'll be hard to do every time. My little chubby thumbs, that's kind of difficult. I did it though. Look, that looks kind of cute. Look at that teeny bow I got on there. But yeah, you're gonna have to have enough to wrap it around again. I didn't think of that. There you go. Okay, I hope you like that. I want you to make some. Share yours. Come on over to the clubhouse over on Facebook and share a picture if you get one put together. And then we'll work on this another day and add some goodies to it. What do you think we should put on there? What's some ideas of things we can put on there? You could always just put regular, just a design paper or plain and use it and put small little pictures. They've got the little printers where you can print your little small size photos. That would be fun. I think those, and let's see how big this is. Well, I know they're 2.5 by 3.5. I can't think what that size is of those tiny pictures, but even if you did half a half of a regular size photo that's 4x6, it's going to be too wide for this because that would be 3 inches going this way. So it would be a little too wide. But you know, a lot of times you have room that you can crop something off of a picture. A little bit, you know, something that you could crop off. So anyway, you guys, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and I will see you. I want you to have a wonderful weekend. I'm not planning to go live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. It's the beginning of our long Labor Day weekend, and so I hope you have a wonderful weekend and enjoy that last holiday of summer. A little brag book. Sherry, I like that. I think that'd be a great idea. Yes, teeny tiny. The only issue is making sure that you can get the picture small enough, right? But I think we could do it. We're smart. We can figure that out somehow. We will, right? We'll figure something out. Okay, you guys, take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.